So this is N0LAN's rank 1 control shaman, and it can control the board in so many different ways. You can fight for the board with the piranhas as well as murlocs. You have a ton of disruption, you have freeze, you have evolve effects to get rid of giant pumped up minions, and then late game you win the game with things like Devour, Sire Denathrius, and Brukan. This deck is a little bit different now because it runs the Hex, which is good against Naga Priest, which is seeing a little bit more play since the Hunter nerf, because Naga Priest is now one of the best just standalone decks in the game. So without Hunter being played as well, this deck is in a prime position to take over the meta, because Hunter would rush them down, and this deck didn't have that much healing. Mulligans for the deck are basically going to be Schooling for some early removal and cards. Then you want to keep Sleepbreaker, Clownfish, Primal Dungeoneer, as well as the Goldshire N0LA if you have Schooling and the Muck Pools. So if you like the guide and the gameplay, feel free to hit the like button, and then also subscribe and hit the notification button. It is the best possible way to support me, and I hope you guys enjoy the video. We're gonna keep the Muck Pools because I like the card a lot. Denathrius, I don't like keeping in the Druid because all of them run Theatar. They all run Theatar and or Mutanus, and I just don't want it to get immediately sniped. I'd rather draw into it a little bit later, after maybe they've used one or two of those cards, so I don't end up instantly dying. Muck Pools immediately isn't the worst. I mean, if I end up drawing Goldshire N0LA, it's not great. But I couldn't play Goldshire N0LA early anyway because I didn't have Schooling. So most likely what's going to happen is I'm just going to play the Dungeoneer and then transform it to a 4-drop. And then turn 5 Gorlock Ravager, transform that into a 6-drop, and just see we go from there. He would have only had 7 damage that turn. He had 11 damage that turn. I was dead. Game was over. We get Sire Denathrius kind of early anyway. It's not really that big of a deal though. We don't end up getting a nature spell, but that's okay because we get a 4-drop. And then basically just gave it +2 HP, which is fine. It's a fine play. Can't be Coin Theatar. Wild Bloom Seedsman, fair enough. Clownfish is not terrible, but we still don't want to play it. We're going to kill this off. And I think play for the late game with Denathrius, maybe. I mean, this deck runs so many Murlocs, and that was the last one that... Yeah, I know. It was super unlucky. I literally drew 6 Murlocs with 2 Gorlock Ravagers, and the only one that I needed was the only one I didn't end up getting. But it happens, right? I want to play Gorlock Ravager next turn, I guess, like I said. Boom. Draw some cards. Probably transform this to a 6-drop. It's not that big of a deal. Okay, so if this pulls out Glug, actually goated. If this pulls out basically any other card, it's awful. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to try to play Primordial Wave and make sure this doesn't die. I'm gonna have to play Primordial Wave to like try to make sure this doesn't die. Because I don't want this to pull out any of the other cards in my deck except for Glug. I guess a Goldshire N0LA would be okay. I don't want to lose Theatar. Bran or Bolner would actually be okay as well, now that I think about it. There are actually a couple of cards that if I get it off of the Cowardly Grunt could absolutely pop off. You know what? I changed my mind. Might actually be goated. But he's gonna kill it off first, so it's not like I'm gonna have the opportunity to do it. Be Glug. Oh, we lost so much draw there. That's really bad. It's actually a huge amount of draw that we're losing. Okay, Muck Pools again. I mean, I'm down to just do some damage this turn. We're not gonna play Sir Finley ever. 3 mana, this is then 2 mana. We'll discover a Murloc, hopefully get another Gorlock Ravager. This is okay. This is fine. It'll cost 1, we can play that, flood the board a little bit, or we can wait to play it like next turn. Or we can Dredge. Dredge could actually end up being really good. Play Murloc or play Muck Pools next turn here to transform this into a 4-drop. And Dredge next turn, which I think is better now that I think about it. So let's transform you into a 4 for now. See what we get. I mean, a 4-mana 4/4 is not bad. Decent board presence. I mean, he's going to steal cards from me, and it's probably going to be Sire Denathrius, and it's going to suck, but that's okay. For 9 mana, it doesn't matter. I could have cleared 3 smaller minions. No, I couldn't have. Because I had to have board space. I literally didn't have board space. I could not have played Flurgle. I ran every scenario in my head. I had lost the game. He had lethal and there's nothing I could do about it. Does he gain attack or armor here? Armor? Fair enough. You are such an absolute piece of garbage. Denathrius is now gone. I lost my win condition. And I'm gonna have to play like Sir Finley in order to try to find... I don't even actually know what I need to find at this point. I need to play Sir Finley and get Theotar myself, because at this point it's actually awful. We have to hope that this eats Denathrius and then see what happens, I guess. I don't know. Do we eat the Denathrius he stole? And we eat a Jerry Rig Carp. Okay, cool. Nice job. At the end of the day, because of that, the game's over, right? There's nothing I can do. We can maybe steal Denathrius, maybe, but at this point, I don't really know how I'm supposed to win. We'll empty out a spot on the board and get rid of this 4 cost to make it a 5, I guess. Or we can make this an 8. It's probably bigger than a 6-5. That's cool, I guess. Denathrius comes down, completely devastates me, and we lose basically everything. Topier? Okay. Planted evidence? Fine, whatever. I mean, maybe we find Theotar. I mean, we drew a ton of extra cards, didn't find them, but maybe we could, potentially, if we get lucky. What is this again? This attacks and kills a minion and get a 5/5 minion with taunt. That's actually pretty good. We can kill this off, no problem. We can actually kill that off, no problem. We can stop a minion from being played as well. I want to play Glug, don't get me wrong, but kill this. Get a 5/5. I want to counter a minion and transform this. Freeze his face, hit here. Counter a minion, because Denathrius is going to be a huge problem. Play this, and then transform this into a 9-drop. We'll take... Honestly? Bioluminescence. Do we have any spell damage cards at all? No. So I guess we'll have to take Farsight. We'll transform this into a 9. We get a dragon, another taunt, which is actually really good if he plays Scale of Onyxia. It's bad into Insatiable Devourer, though. Bran? Wait, what? Oh. Fair enough. Counters that. Can't play Insatiable Devourer. Mutanus. Don't eat Glug. Don't eat my... No! He ate my Glug. Why would you do that? Not my Glug, dude. Oh, it makes me so sad. Oh, it's a tragedy. Actually, we want to freeze this anyway, so we'll just do that and then we'll Farsight. We don't freeze his face, but it's fine. We only had 23 damage. We didn't have a way of getting lethal there, so we're just going to Farsight. Maybe if we get Brucon off of this, we still have lethal. We'll see. Primordial Wave? Okay, actually could be insanely good here. We did just freeze this, though. Primordial Wave doesn't guarantee me any better stats, so I'm gonna pass for now and save Primordial Wave until after he does something insane. Oh, I didn't have lethal. No, man. That's not even his stolen one. That's not even the stolen one. I don't want to heal him, though, so we're gonna kill off Mutant. No, we're not gonna kill off Mutanus. We'll save that for a future turn. We'll just go boom. These all end up going phase. We'll play this one, then we'll go Primordial Wave. And then if any of them are, like, bad, we can... Friggin' King Crush! We get an Onyxia. Fine, screw it. We'll kill this off, I guess. We don't want to use the Hex. And then I'll just, like, Totem. And I'll play, like, you. Oh, I don't play Denathrius. That's fine. You get Taunt. He plays the second Denathrius. I can't... No, wait. Was that the Denathrius he stole? Wait, what? Am I dumb? I really wish I had played the Prince. I really wish I had played Prince Renathal. It's okay, we have a 10-10 that hopefully can contact his face. We want these two to hit him in the face. Everything else we're fine. Actually, we really only need these two to hit him in the face. So we need the 5/5. We need to kill this off somehow. Which is going to be Hex Rush. These two go face and we win. So I guess we do end up winning still, even though we took my Denathrius. It's fine, we're good. Wanna know what else is good? Liking and commenting on the video. Also hitting the sub button and notification button. because the notification button is actually a lot more important than I initially thought it was. So I'd very much appreciate if you guys were to show me some support on there. And then the like button, you know, is always just nice. Nice to see that. We're gonna just kill him. Against another rogue. What are they gonna be playing? Probably Death Rattle and trying to burst me down. With potentially a little bit of board presence. So we're gonna keep both of these because they're just good cards in general. Primordial Dungeoneer is also good. School Teacher was a bit greedy, but I think the flexibility of it is good enough. We'll play Schooling, perfect. When am I gonna play Mech Mage? I don't know yet. I think Mech Mage is really, really difficult to play because people have 40 HP, which just makes it, again, really difficult to play. If I play Bolner, it could die to 2 cards like the SI Extortion Serrated. But let's just say on the off chance he doesn't die. We get to draw so many cards off of the Dungeoneer. It'd be insane. And because we know it's probably a combo deck, we're gonna have to do what we can here. Because we know it's probably a combo deck with Death Rattles, I would like to play the cards that we can play as quickly as possible. So Bolner, to get it out there, draw 3 to 4 cards off of Primal Dungeoneer. Definitely doesn't sound too bad to me. Okay, Sandstone Graveyard's also fine. Clownfish doesn't really do anything. We'll try to draw a bunch of cards. Hopefully not 4. Okay. Hopefully not 4. Ah, crap, we're gonna overdraw a card. Curses. Haha, it's okay. Admittedly, a little bit bad. But at the same time, as long as it's not like Denathrius, even if it is Denathrius, I don't care. The game's not gonna go that long. I'll just pretend like that card is at the bottom of my deck and I would not have drawn it anyway. And that makes it so much easier when you end up burning the card. Because you could be like, maybe it just would have been at the bottom of my deck and I wouldn't have drawn it anyway. I mean, hindsight's 20/20. Primordial Wave is so good for Death Rattle minions. That's true, actually. I need to remember that. I need to remember that there are more uses for Primordial Wave than just for myself. I mean, obviously I know that, but I don't play against Death Rattle. Like, I think about it for Naga Priest, but I don't think about it for Rogue, because I don't play against enough Rogues for me to think like, oh, Death Rattles and all that. And, like, remember it. I don't know. It has to do with, like, how I see the game. Shroud of Concealment, just don't get double, no, actually, it doesn't matter if he gets... We lost a Gorlock Ravager. Actually, kinda bad. Actually, kinda bad. Boom. Discover a Murloc. Gorlock Ravager is going to cost probably 0, right? It costs 1? No, it should cost 0. Yeah. Then we have enough space to play this, to empty out some space for the Gorlock Ravager, and then probably play another minion. I don't want to play this. I'll play this, though. Empty out my hand even more. So that way we can play the Gorlock Ravager next turn. Pretty decent board state, if I do say so myself. Pretty solid. Playing Bolner turn 2 into a matchup that doesn't have that much removal. Like, all their removal is 3 damage, not 4. So I assumed they were going to weapon hit and then play Tooth or Serrated Bone Spike, and I'd only get 1 activation. But the fact that they kind of greeted out and didn't try to kill Bolner is going to make him lose the game. Wait, you are Death Rattle? Oh. Oh, you see, now I understand what's happening. Now I get it. It's going to be the shark version of the build, which I forgot about. I forgot that that existed. We can't really hex this. Oh, I'm gonna overdraw too. Oh God, no! How could you do that to me? I mean, honestly, I just hit, I play Primordial Wave. I hit with everything, and then I play Primordial Wave. Nothing else matters. I mean, 1, 2, 3 get upgraded. We lose Bolner, but at this point, the battle cries are kind of mediocre anyway. Taunt minion, armor, honestly pretty good. Throw out the coins, that way we don't end up overdrawing with another shark. I like it. I like it. The taunt minion's actually very, very helpful. He should be almost dead. I don't think the weapon's gonna... Scabs! I'm an idiot. Oh my god, I hate this game. Every time I think like, hey, I'm doing fine, I get wrecked. I mean, he had 18 cards left in his deck. How was I supposed to expect him to play that? I don't know. A 7-7? I don't care about a 7-7, dude. It doesn't matter. We lost Sir Finley. He's also negligible. I need to play you, but I need to empty out a board space, so, or a hand space. So we're gonna go boop, then we're gonna go boop. Draw a bunch of cards. We'll get an Amalgam and Mutanus, so we know we're at least fine here. We're gonna go an Amalgam. Get another Murloc. Doesn't really matter which one I discover from, right? A 0-cost Murloc? Low-key, just to get it out of my hand, it might be good. A 0-cost Murloc might be good because we can get out other stats as well. So we're gonna go boom to kill off that, which is nice. We're also gonna go Sleepbreaker, which is not technically a Murloc, but it will give me a way to freeze off one of their big minions, so it's fine. We can also play Hex on one of my own minions later on to stop him from hitting me with Draka. Fun fact, using Hex on your own minion has occasionally won me games. Here comes Edwin. This is what Hex is for, and freeze. He got me good, true. Speaking of getting people good, it would get me good if you guys were to hit the like button and subscribe and the notification button. Again, the notification button is a lot bigger of a deal than I thought it was. So if you guys have the opportunity, I would very much appreciate it for you guys to hit that button. So that way, because again, since I'm gonna be streaming and posting videos a little bit less on this channel, you guys wanna be updated for when I do all of my other things going forward. So just throwing that out there, would highly recommend you hit the notification button. Also, comment any questions, comments, concerns, and again, the like button. We have 220 people watching and only 89 likes. Thank you so much for the sub, Kyle. Thank you, much appreciated. Just some shameless advertising while he's taking his turn, I guess. I mean, you don't even have Draka right now. I mean, you can't even play her. Oh. Yeah, I guess you could, in theory, play another one of those. That's fine. Fair enough. Okay. Gets a big 16/16 stealth minion. I mean, unfortunately for me, it's a 10 cost minion. So even if I, like, reduced its cost or whatever, or transformed it, it would still be strong. 9? Boop. 10. Because this gets an extra attack. Loser. Cool, got him. We're gonna get rid of everything here. We want to try to find, you know, Makpul's Schooling, Goldshire Knoll. We can draw into some of the other stuff like Warlock Ravager later. Honestly, maybe I'm underestimating the power of Sir Finley. Maybe Schooling, if this doesn't end up being more aggressive into Sir Finley, is kind of goated in terms of like card draw. Like, that could actually just be what I should do. Why have I not thought of this before? Schooling into Sir Finley's insane. I just reset my hand. I mean, this is good. Don't get me wrong. This actually, I'm kind of sad to lose it. But, like, this is kind of meh, because it's against a Thief Rogue. It's not going to be good. We just play Sir Finley. We just play Sir Finley here. We lose a coin, but I don't care. None of those cards really matter that much to me. Let's just reset and see if we can find better cards. We get another Schooling. We don't want to overdraw with that, though, so we're not going to play it. This animation takes way too long. Schooling gets me to 10. We'll overdraw a card. I don't want to overdraw, so we'll pass. We've got Theatar ready and waiting. 5 mana. Try to yoink whatever good card we can. Probably going to go School Teacher next turn. No, we can't. We'll go Prince Renethal next turn. I didn't even realize I only had 2 mana. Yeah, I knew that you were going to play Wild Pawn Knoll there. Does he have 2? Okay. Turn 4, we can play Command. But that's going to be a little weird. We're going to play this. We can't technically use it that well right now. I mean, I could have played Flurgle, but what's the point, you know? What's the point in playing Flurgle? Unless I had actual other Murlocs in my hand. What I'm probably going to do next turn is School Teacher. Turn 5 will be Command. Turn 6, I'll have 5 mana. So I'll play a 1 mana Noggling, Schooling into a bunch of other things. Okay, prioritizing damage makes sense. Shadow Step to rush into the 3-2. If I were him, I would have probably hit the 3-2 and then done that, so that way he had a little bit more HP. But that's just me, I guess. Tooth, gonna keep going full face. Do you play Draka? Yeah, you have to play Draka there. I could make Goldshire and Old cost 1. So we play this for 0. Play that for 0. Play this. Play him for 1. And then 2 of these. And then this will go... This 2 will go here. And then this will kill Draka so he can't Shadow Step it and cheese me. And then we'll play Theotar next turn to try to steal whatever is left in his hand. And hopefully give him a Piranha. They should have made Theotar a 6 mana 4/4. I agree. I think at 5 mana he's still very, very strong. Like I could play him on curve right now. I mean, actually, to be fair, being 5 mana this turn does feel really bad for it to be my entire turn 5 play against a fairly aggressive deck like Rogue. But at the same time, I'm still probably going to steal a really good important win condition, and he's going to want to concede. I'm happy to give him Piranha Swarmer or the Prince Renathal, or a couple of other cards if we happen to top deck it. And if it's Edwin and he Shadow Steps that, hopefully we can yoink it again with Theotar, like I said. SI Extortion, that's fine. He said a card in his hand since turn 2, which makes me believe that it's gotta be some sort of, like, Edwin play. Because most other cards I feel like you would have played immediately. Killing that with the Serrated Bone Spike, fair enough. I mean, by Theotar not being 4 mana, it's literally going to cause me to take 3 more damage this game, which is interesting. Because I wanted to play Piranha Swarmer, trade, play this, but if we want to do this, it's going to cost us more mana. So I'm going to play Theotar, see what's in his hand. Edwin and a Wicked Stab. Edwin's how he comes back into the game, and then we'll give him a Clownfish because I don't care about it that much anymore. Go face. Wicked Stab is still direct damage. We know that he has Maestro, which isn't really that useful. So he's got 5, 8, 13 damage. I go down to 7. But he has no more draw engines. He has a Clownfish, which isn't that useful at 3 mana. Maestro. I mean, I guess he could theoretically play both of them. And then I have to play Command of Neptulon. And that's assuming he plays Wicked Step. Okay, Clownfish for 3, fairly useless. Into Maestra. Goes full face. Makes sense. So they need 8 more damage, like I said. Wicked Stab. And then 8 more damage. We're going to have to play Command of Neptulon and then Piranha Swarmer. And then just go like trade. You're gonna kill that off? Okay. Definitely a bit of a bummer. But fair enough. We're gonna play, like I said, this and this. We're gonna go basically full trade. Wicked Stab is the only card in his hand, does not scare me too much. I think I should be able to win. As long as I don't top deck too much more damage. All we have to do is find Brucon, discover a good spell off of School Teacher, maybe get Denathrius at some point. Although Denathrius will definitely have to be a little bit later. Muck Pools, I mean, we can transform this. Let's play you. Let's see what we get. Maybe some sort of healing. Do I want to kill off my own minion? To heal 4? I mean, I'm down, honestly. I genuinely am down to kill off my own minion, heal 4, so I don't die. Muck Pools, face. Transform this into a 5-drop with more than 1 HP so it doesn't die. Cool. Maestra should be a Murloc since her animation is a Murloc Tiny Pin. True. You're right. What else is right is hitting that like button. That would be the right thing to do. Along with hitting the subscribe button and then the notification button because that helps me out the most. So you guys can have access to my content as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate it. I want to play Glug, but at this point, I feel like I want to have more of a board. Can I get lethal if I play Edwin? The answer is Wait, yeah, I still want to play Edwin to draw some cards. I want to play it with Brilliant Macaw. Dude! Brilliant Macaw's gonna go crazy! Okay, we drew cards, we found Brucon. If we don't lose this turn, we win. Which is great. I mean, he needs to come up with 10 more damage. But yeah, notification button, really helpful. Likes are awesome. Comments, basically anything you want to comment is fine. And he's dead. Nice! Got him! I actually think keeping Sir Finley's fine. I feel like I could definitely see myself just resetting my hand at some point. Especially considering I don't want any of those in my starting hand. And I could just get offered bad cards. Like, I definitely don't want to lose Brilliant Macaw or the Gorlock Ravager. But I'd rather have Sir Finley than not have Sir Finley, I guess, just in case I have a bad hand or need to reset at some point. Which one's better? Control Warrior or Renathal with Renathal or Charge Warrior? I would say they're both interesting. They both have pluses and minuses, right? I think the Charge Warrior might be a little bit better because it has a clear-cut win con. But Control Warrior after the nerfs might be able to just gain enough armor to beat or kill off just about any card in the game. So I don't know. It really depends on where the meta like shifts what happens. Prince Renathal, we're gonna totem. We're gonna play probably Goldshire and Ol next turn. This is going to be, I mean, it's a Thief Rogue. It's not a Demon Hunter, which means we don't necessarily need to focus as hard on some of the things. Shroud, okay. Wait. We're just gonna get run over, aren't we? I'm gonna play Goldshire and Ol. And for now, just pass. I mean, I'm trying to think about how I win this game. I'm trying to think about what his game is, and it's probably Edwin's. So we're gonna need like a Primordial Wave to kill off some of his biggest minions, maybe a Hex. Because we don't really have freeze in this deck. I mean, we do with Wildpaw Caverns, but you can't hit stealth minions. So we're gonna need a Primordial Wave, especially for the Edwin play. And we're going to hopefully need to get a Taunt or some healing off of an Evolve to stop weapons from like Draka. Most likely. But yeah, I gave him the wrong card with the Theatar. I mean, it's my fault, but also all the options I had to give him were really bad. I had like 3 or 4 cards I was down to give him, and then I just kind of got cheesed. Prep into... Oh, the Serrated, and then you're gonna play like Draka this turn, maybe? I actually don't know what his plan is this turn. Oh no, you play the stealth thing. No, it's gonna be Draka. What the heck? You're gonna play Draka this soon? I mean, sure, by all means, go ahead. Don't have Shadow Step, please. That's crazy. Okay, fair enough. That's 6 damage right to the face. Like it's nothing. Command of Neptulon to kill off both. Will be overloaded, but I mean, it's the best thing I got. Right now, it's 12 more damage. I'll be at 21 HP when this is all over. Not to mention maybe some extra healing off of like School Teacher. If I draw Brucon later on, we could heal up off of that. I don't hate where I'm at. Door of Shadows, draw a card. Cool. Oh, he gets 2. Oh no. I mean, how much extra like direct damage could he have? Is my question. And like, sure, that lives. Shadow Step. He's gonna get a giant stealth minion that I can't really stop. Maybe this does end up being a Sir Finley turn, and we just hope for Primordial Wave. Then he runs into that. He plays the stealth. He gets a 7/7. We can make it a 6-drop. Maybe kill it a little bit more reliably. I don't know. I mean, we could also pretty easily just go for School Teacher here. Like, School Teacher's definitely not bad. Yeah, it's pretty flexible. We'll go School Teacher. And we will take... We'll probably end up taking Lightning Bolt to try to kill this off with my 4/4. We'll use Lightning Bolt to try to kill it off. Worst case scenario, we can go Boom and Boom. We're going to end up being at 14 HP, and we're going to have to do everything in our power to try to find Brucon fast. We're going to be at 14 HP Without that much card draw, their direct damage is somewhat limited, which is nice. We get to play... Oh, we got a Primordial Wave, but at this point I think it's too late. We're gonna go boom. Wait, could we play this first? We play this, then he goes to 1, right? Am I dumb? I play this, I draw 3 Murlocs, and then Goldshire Knoll goes to 1. And they're able to play him. Yep, we get to play you. And double trade. Because I don't really want to be overloaded here. I'm gonna take a little bit more damage, but that's okay. Next turn, we'll play like Clownfish. This, and then like Sir Finley. Or maybe we just Sir Finley just as is. Trying to look for... Okay, Wicked Stab. Does he have almost lethal? Okay. Oddly enough, I'm fine with that. I just play Glug this turn, actually, now that I think about it. Mutanus is useless, we just play Glug. Glug gets me a whole bunch of top minions. Should probably stall out for long enough. He needs to top deck like Edwin right now, or I have a pretty decent chance of winning. Yes, he just gives up, thank goodness. Okay. Kind of misplayed at the end there, but it worked out.